Hi, my name is Carl, and I am a dude. And the only reason I bring this up is that I play volleyball. Yeah, not a very popular choice, but I just love it. It's really cool how a team has to coordinate something just to get the ball over the net. And there are so many different things to do to try and throw off your opponents. I first started playing when my oldest sister really got into the sport, so I sometimes played with her. I would always try to play with people, but out of the people I knew, nobody was remotely good. So I wouldn't exactly call the game we were playing volleyball, mainly because there were barely any volleys. One day while I was doing this, playing, volleyball, I had a realization. Wait a minute, I am semi-okay at this game! I know, kinda surprising that I'm good at literally anything, but this is a one-time thing, okay? Okay. Growing up, I was the only boy that I knew who played volleyball, and at the time, the girls didn't want anything to do with me. So I would play whenever I could outside of all that, which wasn't very often. But when I did, I was good. Well, not good. But compared to the other elementary volleyball players, yeah, I was very good. So to recap everything so far in my elementary school, I like volleyball. The girls like volleyball. Just not whenever I'm there. In my middle school years, the story really picks up. The girls started hating me less, shocker I know, and even let me play sometimes. In my middle school, there wasn't a boys' volleyball team, but I was never really mad at that because it was understandable. There were very few students in that school, and even fewer male volleyball players. I was the one exception. The part that made me kinda sad was that some of the girls started getting better than me. Now, I'm okay with girls being better than me, but it's not them being better than me that made me sad. It was why they were being better than me. It's because all of them were getting tons of experience playing volleyball and getting lots of opportunities to improve. I wasn't getting that, all because I'm a boy. At this point, the girls weren't even mean to me about it being better either. One in particular actually became a really close friend of mine. Even though the volleyball girls were all really nice to me, whenever I got the chance to play volleyball, I would always get kinda sad, because I was always pretty good, but never very good. I would always mess up all of the time, and I didn't even know how to improve or what I should work on. I would blame the culture for my mistakes in volleyball. It made me kinda sad. Also, just to be clear, just because most people were fine with me playing volleyball with me, does not mean there weren't a few exceptions. Like the one time in 8th grade, I asked the girls in my class if I could join their volleyball circle. I was told no. I was crushed. Heart shattered. I was left empty. Middle schoolers, am I right? Okay, just to be clear, I didn't care at all. I just thought it was funny. I am now in high school, and I made the switch from small private middle school to big public high school. Scary. Anyway, I finally had the opportunity to join a real volleyball team and to go to games and stuff, so I decided to join. I started playing and realized my team was, how do I put this without sounding mean? Garbage. Okay, I'm overreacting. We were okay. Not amazing, but not nearly as bad as my social skills. Overall, I played pretty good. Well, as good as the average JV boys volleyball player gets, but give me a break. After all, I am a freshman, okay? I usually play up front, which means I get to spike on people like the mad lad I am. But I also play a pretty average defense, which means I have to hit up the ball that got hit down by the mad lads on the other team. So on one tournament in particular, we were short on a few people, and so I had to play up front and the back. But because of the way things were set up, I would play only the front for our main team, and then only on our back for the secondary team. Okay, so one game, I play up front, get a few spikes on some dweebs, and then get out when I rotate to the back. Then on the next game, I would sit out for the spiking on dweeb's part, and when I was in, I would be the dweeb that people were spiking on. Did that make sense, at all? Okay, in other words, we lost. But I did play pretty well that day, and my personal score was the only thing that mattered that day. That's not true at all, but it was kind of annoying. Which leads me to my next point. It's a team game. At the very same tournament, I was playing super well, like way better than I usually do. But I don't know if it was the wind, but my teammates were just off. I mean, way off. And they're usually pretty alright at this game, but they were just playing kinda not great that day. And I've definitely have done that before, or I just play off, you know? And I always feel really bad about it when it happens, but I don't really know. That part of it is just a lose-lose situation. Unless, of course, everyone on the team just decides to play super well and so for no reason. Like, why can't you always play like that? I don't know. I wish I was always at my best, but I guess that's just not reality. The last thing I want to talk about in this video is that I'm really bad at making friends. Like, I am so bad. One time while I was working, my sister herself saw me and said I just emanated awkwardness. I mean, I'm good at keeping friends, I think, but I'm absolutely horrendous at making them. Most of my friendships are literally just mutual friends, but we both really liked each other and stuff, so we became friends. But this was a new school, and literally no one at that school went to my middle school, so yeah, no friends. The reason I bring this up is because I joined the team freshman year, and it really just helped me get to know some of the people. I wouldn't say any of them actually became a close friend of mine, you know, thanks to the bad at making friends part, but at least I know some of the people that I see walking down the halls of my school, and that alone might have made it worth it for me.